Prince Harry addressed the court regarding claims that King Charles is not his biological father. Before we continue, please subscribe to the channel for more British royal family news. Prince Harry recently opened up about the hurtful rumors surrounding his parentage, revealing how deeply they affected him on a personal level. He expressed concern that journalists might try to forcibly sever his ties to his royal lineage. In a courageous step, the Duke of Sussex has launched a legal battle against Mirror Group newspapers, alleging their involvement in phone hacking. A particularly incendiary article titled "Plot to Rob the DNA of Harry," which appeared in The People on December 15, 2002, sparked the controversy. This piece explored the speculation that Major James Hewitt, who had an affair with Princess Diana, might actually be Harry's biological father. In his statement, Harry recounted that this article, written by Dean Roussel and featured on page 4 of The People, outlined a nefarious scheme to steal a sample of his DNA to test his lineage. He added that numerous publications had spread a rumor that Major Hewitt was his real father, a man his mother was involved with after his birth. At the time these articles were circulating, Harry was unaware that his mother hadn't even met Major Hewitt until after he was born. It wasn't until around 2014 that he learned the actual timeline. Although he now understands that this was common knowledge among the journalists at the defendant's outlets, at just 18 years old, having lost his mother only 6 years earlier, Harry found the stories incredibly damaging and painfully real. They were cruel, malicious, and heartless. I couldn't help but wonder about the intentions behind these narratives. Were the newspapers intentionally planting seeds of doubt in the public's mind to potentially displace me from the royal family? Harry's revelations indicate that speculation regarding his true parentage was finally laid to rest when he turned 30, 2 years before he met Meghan Markle, and a year after Prince George's birth. The court heard that both The People and the Daily Mirror had published articles discussing a scheme to acquire Harry's DNA and sell it to a newspaper to determine whether Charles or Hewitt was his biological father. Another article from the Mirror titled "Plot to Steal Harry's DNA" was also referenced in Harry's case. In his statement, the prince noted that this article explored the potential financial windfall from obtaining his DNA and selling it to a foreign publication. It claimed that St. James's Palace believed his DNA was to be offered to a foreign newspaper for tens of thousands of pounds. Once again, I find it hard to believe that anyone within the palace would leak such information, given the security implications, he said. The article also insinuated that a likely location for the supposed honey trap had been identified. I am baffled as to whether Mirror Group's journalists would have sourced this information, Harry said. He then recounted a story from his father, Prince Charles, about a patient at Broadmoor Psychiatric Hospital who fancied himself the Prince of Wales. The patient would joke, "Who knows if I'm really the Prince of Wales? Who knows if I'm even your real father? Maybe your real father is in Broadmoor, darling boy." Reflecting on this, Harry wrote he would laugh and laugh, although it was a remarkably unfunny jest, especially given the rumors that my true father was one of my mother's former lovers, Major James Hewitt. One reason for this rumor was Major Hewitt's striking red hair, but another was sheer cruelty. Tabloid readers delighted in the idea that the younger child of Prince Charles might not actually be his. For some unfathomable reason, they couldn't get enough of this joke. Perhaps it provided them with a sense of comfort, knowing that even a young prince's life could become fodder for mockery. Meanwhile, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have once again found themselves at the center of controversy, this time facing accusations that they responded with uncontained fury to reports claiming staff mistreatment by the Duchess. These allegations, which surfaced last month, painted Meghan in an unflattering light, branding her as Duchess difficult and suggesting her demanding behavior led to staff resignations. According to The Hollywood Reporter, Meghan was described as marching around like a dictator in high heels, fuming and barking orders. These accusations added fuel to the ongoing public discourse around the couple's treatment of staff during their time as senior royals. The Sussexes, however, were quick to respond to the claims, and their defense was immediate and robust. Insiders at Archewell, the couple's organization, swiftly pushed back against the narrative, dismissing the claims as baseless. Royal expert Emily Andrews weighed in on the situation, pointing out that the couple's reaction might have only drawn more attention to the issue. In her piece for Grazia magazine, Andrews highlighted that the original report was relatively minor and did not make a significant impact in terms of media coverage. However, the Sussexes' defensive stance magnified the story, keeping it in the public eye. It was a short piece that didn't even make the front cover, Andrews noted, but the Sussexes' reaction was even more interesting than the original story. She suggested that Harry and Meghan might have been better off ignoring the accusations, allowing the story to pass without adding fuel to the fire. By reacting so quickly and defensively, they may have inadvertently kept the conversation going instead of taking the high road. Andrews suggested the couple went into what she described as fight mode almost immediately. This response, particularly from Archewell insiders, aimed to clear Meghan's name, but it also reflected their frustration with the persistent negative press coverage they've faced since stepping down as senior royals. Following the Hollywood Reporter's claims, an insider from Archewell was quick to discredit the accusations, labeling them as total nonsense. Speaking to GB News, the source emphasized the physical distance between the couple and the organization's main operations in Hollywood. The Duke and Duchess work from Montecito and are based in Hollywood. They likely think we're all in the same office, but that's not even possible under the circumstances, the source clarified. This comment was meant to refute the idea that Meghan could have had direct involvement in the daily affairs that allegedly led to staff mistreatment. The timing of this controversy coincides with Meghan's recent public appearance at Girls Incorporated of Greater Santa Barbara. During her visit, she engaged in a discussion on digital wellness, touching on her own experiences with online harassment. Meghan has previously been vocal about the toll public scrutiny and media attacks have taken on her mental health. At the event, she continued to advocate for greater awareness around online bullying, sharing insights from her personal encounters. Lissa May, founder of the teen advocacy group Never Back Down, spoke to Vanity Fair about Meghan's participation in the event. May recounted how Meghan opened up about being one of the most bullied people in the world, a remark that undoubtedly resonated with many in the audience. Meghan's willingness to address her own struggles with public perception and media hostility further highlighted the stark contrast between her personal advocacy and the critical narratives that often surround her in the press. This recent clash with the media is just one of many instances where Meghan and Harry have faced scrutiny for their actions and choices. Since their departure from the royal family, the couple has been in an almost constant battle with negative press coverage, which they attribute to an agenda driven by the British tabloids. Their decision to step back from royal duties was, in part, motivated by their desire to escape the intense and often hostile media spotlight. However, despite their efforts to craft a more independent and controlled public image through projects like Archewell, the Sussexes continue to find themselves at the heart of media storms. Their every move is dissected, and reactions to their actions often spark heated debate. In this latest episode, some commentators have suggested that Harry and Meghan's determination to respond to negative stories might be doing more harm than good, prolonging the life of narratives they would likely prefer to see fade into the background. While a staunch defense of Meghan's reputation is understandable, particularly given the scale of negative press she has faced, this incident serves as a reminder of the fine line public figures must walk between responding to criticism and allowing it to consume the narrative. Whether their swift reaction will ultimately help or harm their public image remains to be seen. But one thing is clear: the media's fascination with the Duke and Duchess of Sussex shows no signs of waning. This latest media skirmish underscores the couple's ongoing struggle to manage their image in a world where every action is scrutinized and every reaction is amplified. As Meghan continues her advocacy work, particularly in areas like digital wellness, the hope for the couple may be that their positive contributions will eventually overshadow the negative press they so often attract. Thank you for watching until the end. Please share your thoughts in the comments section, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more updates.